if at all he consumed narcotics. It's been more than 100 hours since a drunken super brat mowed down 2 people, and yet the blood report of the killer hasn't been released as yet. After initially claiming 3 to 4 hours of gap between the 2 blood tests, Pune top cop now recants and says second test was 18 hours after the incident. Gory details of Bangladeshi parliamentarian's murder comes to light. MP was butchered by Bangladeshi infiltrator who dismembered his body. Crucial to any investigation are eyewitnesses. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on This Is Exclusive, we're getting to you another eyewitness who brings out 2 very crucial aspects to this entire investigation. And remember, this star witness is yet to be examined by the Pune police. Once again, the entire picture. Before I put out the eyewitness details, look at what has happened so far. First, with regards to the blood samples, an admission that was made by the Pune police that 2 blood samples were taken. Standard operating procedure indicates that there is no need for 2 blood samples. Second, why exactly was the blood sample sent to a private hospital and not just to the government hospital where the first sample was taken? And look at the gap. First, the Pune Police Commissioner said that the gap between the first sample and the second sample was just about 3.5 hours. That really changed dramatically. That has changed. And now the Pune Police Commissioner says that the gap is roughly about 11 hours, over 11 hours. Is the system now working towards protecting the brat and his family? First, listen in to what this star witness has to say. 2 very crucial piece of information comes out from the testimony of this star witness.
मी रिक्षा चालवतो. रिक्षा चालवत असताना आम्ही काय शनिवारी तिथं सगळे सॅटर्डे नाईट असल्यामुळे सगळं व्यवसाय म्हणजे रिक्षावाल्यांचा त्या साईडला असतो. पग सुटतात रात्री म्हणून आम्ही त्या साईडला होतो. आणि मी बरोबर जस्ट एक्झॅक्ट समोर माझी रिक्षा पार्क करून थांबलो होतो. थांबल्यानंतर आहे ना तर तिथं समोरनं काहीतरी ट्रॅफिक वाढलं होतं. तर मी ट्रॅफिक सॉल्व करण्यासाठी समोर जसं रस्ता क्रॉस करत होतो तर गाडी मला एवढ्या जोरात क्रॉस करून गेली ना तर आम्हाला ती गाडी दिसली नाही. कोणती गाडी सरळ जाऊन त्यांनी ना गाडी उडवली. आम्ही जसं बघितलं की वरती वाऱ्यात मुलगी हवेत उडाली. उडाल्यानंतर ती खाली कोसळली ना तर आम्ही तिथपर्यंत पोहोचलो मुलीचे आणि ते मुलाचे. ऑलरेडी ते रक्त चाललं होतं. त्यानंतर पुढं ती गाडी जाऊन थांबली होती. एअरबॅग उघडल्यानंतर ती थांबली ना तर आम्ही तिथं पोहोचूच तोवर आहे ना तिथल्या मुलांनी जे जमला होता त्यांनी त्या 2-3 बाहेर काढलं होतं. आम्ही तिथं पोहोचूच तोवर ते दोघांना खूप मारायचं चालू केलं होतं. मग आम्ही जाऊन तिथे गेलो ना मारण्याच्या जागेवर तर ते लोक म्हणत होते की आम्हाला मारू नका, तुम्हाला किती पैसा पाहिजे आम्ही द्यायला तयार.
किती वेळ होतात? पोलीस कधी आले?
मी सुरुवातीपासून होतो कारण पग सुटल्यानंतर आम्हाला भाड्याची अपेक्षा होती की समोरनं भाडा येणार, एखादा भाडा मारून घरी जाणार. म्हणून आम्ही समोरच बरोबर जस्ट तिथं क्रॉसिंग आहे ना क्रॉसिंगच्या समोरच माझी रिक्षा थांबलेली होती. मी जस्ट क्रॉस केल्यानंतर आहे ना जसं ते ऍक्सिडेंट झालं माझ्या मागनं ती गाडी गेल्यानंतर आहे ना मला त्या गाडीचं पूर्ण वारा लागला. मी स्वतः घाबरलो की एवढ्या स्पीड कोण गेले. आणि जसं मी वळून बघतोय ना तर माझ्यासमोर मुलगी जर उडाली. ते सगळं झालं. त्यानंतर आम्ही तिथं गेलो. तिथं गेल्यानंतर हे सगळं इन्सिडेंट बघून आहे ना पोलीस 10 ते 15 मिनिटात आले. त्या दोघांना जीपमध्ये टाकून घेऊन गेले. आणि त्यानंतर दुसरी जी गाडी त्या दुसऱ्या मुलाला पण टाकून घेऊन गेले.
Well, just to recap what really is the claim that has now been made by the star witness. First, he says that he is an auto rickshaw driver. That's the very place that he is always found. In fact, on Sunday, this is the very place that he was along with his other fellow auto rickshaw drivers. They saw a car speeding and it hit a motorbike. The moment they reached the very spot, he saw that there were 2 to 3 people. That's what the witness claims. 2 to 3 people were inside the car. They were beaten up by people who were outside the car. And immediately thereafter, there was an attempt to bribe the eyewitness. That's exactly what the eyewitness in this case has to say. Remember, he's also spoken to the local media immediately after the incident took place because he was very much present at the spot. A question that was asked to Pune police about the existence of such a witness on the very day that Republic TV accessed this video of the eyewitness, no answer really came in from the Pune police. In fact, we are also going to shift our focus to the blood sample angle that has emerged. Remember, Republic TV was the first channel to have spotted the lacuna in this particular case, the loopholes on the part of the investigation that has been carried out by the Pune police. Let me quickly bring in my colleague Priyanka, who's also spoken to the public prosecutor, and now she's getting us more details with regards to the witness statements that have been recorded so far. Priyanka, it's very clear that there are glaring loopholes in the investigation that has been carried out. But this witness testimony makes it very clear that the family members of this brat was trying to bribe the eyewitnesses, hoping that things would change. The statement that would be recorded would change. But it also turns out that his statement, the star witness's statement, is yet to be recorded.
Well, absolutely, Shravan. From the very point of this entire accident, we are looking at attempts to cover up and also protect this 17-year-old and the entire family altogether, actually. Because, of course, the question arises of the blood samples and the blood report. And apart from that, of course, we are looking at how the police also confirmed that the father had been trying to also make sure and mislead the police as for their investigation to go on further, and that is why we had seen that he had also tried to deploy decoy vehicles as well. That being said, of course, we are looking at this massive update of the eyewitnesses as well, who speak about how they had in fact also been approached, and when we had in the initial hours of when the accident had taken place. Apart from that, of course, we are looking at the CCTV footages as well, Shravan. Let us not forget, had also been tampered is something that has been mentioned inside of the courtroom today itself. So now that is also a part of the investigation as to how and whether or not there was some internal failure as well, because we are looking at the PI and the API, in fact, of the Yarwada police station, who also, in fact, had been found to be not working on the night, because of which the lapses have also come to light in this entire investigation that is being carried out. So, of course, it is a matter of concern to understand whether or not the Pune police is also working with the family in cahoots with them to actually protect the 17-year-old.
Well, Priyanka, just a quick question with regards to the blood samples. First, in an interview to Republic TV, when Arnab Goswami confronted the Pune police commissioner, he said, yes, 2 blood samples were taken. The difference was about 3.5 hours from the first sample to the second sample. In today's press conference, he says that it is 11 hours. A short while back, when we tried to get the information whether at all they have received the blood test report, I'm given to understand that hasn't come as yet. 100+ hours and counting.
Well, absolutely, and these are the kind of points that help us understand and that help us understand the lapses in the investigation, really, Shravan, because of course, the test that has not been done, and as I mentioned earlier as well, the evidences that have been tampered with, the footages that have really come to light, and very important, and let's not forget what you started this conversation with, that the eyewitnesses' statements have not been recorded yet, and these are statements of the eyewitnesses that are being made, which are making some very important claims against the accused as well, and that needs to be taken note of by the Pune police, which has not been done so. So the question arises how essentially the entire investigation is also being conducted by the crime branch, as we are looking at the DCP also at fault for not carrying out the entire investigation as per procedure, and now we will see that there might be an internal investigation into the same as well. But as of now, it is very clear, Shravan, that from all points, from all parties, in fact, were trying to protect this accused as well, tried to cover up this entire accident as well. Apart from that, also tried to mislead the crime branch of the Pune police as well, Shravan.
Well, in fact, joining us from the Pune crime branch is my colleague Sandeep. A quick word from you, 30 seconds, Sandeep, with regards to why exactly is SK Agarwal not being questioned, because he was let off yesterday. Today, he was supposed to appear before the crime branch. Did that really happen?
See, as far as the statements are concerned, the Pune police sources that the required statement were collected, and for the same reason, his statement was, his appearance was what not needed. That is what being said by the Pune police. As far as the lapses are concerned, I just wanted to add, the role of senior PI and API is under the scanner. As the incident happened at around 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and at around 8 a.m. the FIR gets registered,
right.
And at around 11 a.m. in the morning,
right.
the first blood sample was taken. So definitely
in fact,
there was a lot of loopholes in the
Sandeep,
investigation, and it.
Well, that's the big mystery here. Where exactly is the blood test report? And why is there still no clarity as to who really ordered for a second blood sample? "24 hours ago, Pune Police Commissioner admitted before Arnab Goswami that 2 blood samples were taken, and the difference between the first sample and the second sample was 3.5 hours. 24 hours later, Pune Police Commissioner changes his statement, and today he says that the difference between the first sample and the second sample is over 11 hours. The question here is that why exactly was the second sample taken? The next question, why was it sent to a private hospital? Third, it's 100+ hours. Where is the medical report?
I just want to intervene there, Mr. Kumar.
Yeah.
You are saying that there were cases filed against the pub owners, there were cases filed against the father. Why did he allow his son to drive a car? But it must be obvious to you that those are lesser offenses than the case of murder. I truly, Mr. Kumar, am not very impressed with the fact that you have filed cases against the father and the bar owner. You need to answer on why a long rope was given to this boy. Were there 2 blood samples which were taken? Was there manipulation of the blood samples? Because it is obvious with evidence to me that the boy was drunk. In fact, he drank 49,000 rupees worth of liquor in 90 minutes. Were there 2 blood samples taken? And why were 2 blood samples taken if it is true?
See, number one, it is wrong to say that a long rope was given to the boy. You must understand that whatever best was possible was applied. It was unfortunate, it was unacceptable to us that the court had rejected both our applications of trying him as an adult and allowing him to go out on bail, despite our efforts that he should be sent to the remand, to the observation home, and he should be tried as an adult. So there is absolutely no truth in the fact that a long rope was given. Now, 2 issues on the blood report. Number one, that yes, 2 blood samples were collected as a matter of precaution. Just in case one blood report gets tampered with, we have the other one with us so that it can be used. Number 2, let me make it very clear. Let me explain the legal position. Here we are not making out a case of 304A IPC which is a bailable offense with 3 years punishment, where we say that it was a rash and negligent act, that he was deeply, heavily drunk and under the influence of liquor, and he did not have the knowledge that this act would lead to death of people. Here we are making out the case of 304.
Sir, please tell me whether 2 blood samples were taken.
Yes, I said it has been taken, and
why would when one blood sample can prove that there is blood in the alcohol in the bloodstream, then my second question is, how much was the gap between the 2 samples?
See, first sample was collected at one hospital, the second sample was collected at the second hospital.
After how much time?
The DNA.
After how much time, sir? After how much time, sir?
Let me complete.
Sir, answer my question, sir. After how much time, sir?
Well, in fact, there is another mystery, and that is where exactly is the CCTV footage. Now, the CCTV footage that you see on your screens That's of the very place where the incident took place. But now, in a disclosure that has been made by the Pune police, the public prosecutor, the court says that some CCTV footage has actually disappeared. They're indicating that there is tampering that has actually taken place, but there is no clarity as to where is this CCTV footage, under the who was the custodian of this very CCTV footage that they're talking about. And Pune police are now looking at the role of few officers too, and they are saying that this is going to be probed. But the question here is that who is basically trying to clean up? And what footage are they really talking about? Is it of the bar where the brat was drinking, or there is any other footage that they're basically referring to? In fact, this admission was made inside the court. Let me quickly bring in my colleague Sandeep, who was inside the Pune court. Sandeep, the public prosecutor says the CCTV footage has gone missing. What CCTV footage is he talking about? And isn't the police responsible for this, collecting the CCTV footage and protecting the CCTV footage?
See, Shravan, it is, as far as the arguments are concerned, it is needed to be made it clear that police mentioned that the CCTV footages have been tampered. They are not mentioning that what part they are looking for or which part of the footage is missing at this point of time, but they say the CCTV footage installed in the house, they have seized it, but ultimately it seems that there's tampering being done, and hence they demanded the custody. So which part is missing, that is not being cleared yet.
Well, questions are still going to be asked of the Pune police. In fact, this evening, Arnab Goswami has once again asked Pune Police Commissioner Amitesh Kumar to come and answer questions that the nation wants to know. Remember, there are several lapses that have already been highlighted and some admissions that have already been made by the Pune police. Certainly, questions will be asked. Who is this Pune police really working for? Well, in fact, tonight on This Is Exclusive, we're getting you the story of a Bangladeshi parliamentarian who was butchered in Kolkata. In fact, it turns out that there was a gang that was operating and a Bangladeshi infiltrator was part of this entire operation. An American happens to be the mastermind of this entire operation that was carried out. It turns out that not only was the body mutilated, they had basically ensured that the parts of the body could not be recovered. And that's where we are putting out our focus on. Let's just take a look at some of these details that are emerging from the investigation that has been carried out and what's really happened on the ground.
A Bangladesh MP murdered, butchered, dismembered by a Bangladeshi infiltrator in Kolkata. The MP's body cut up into pieces and stuffed into a suitcase. The duo left the crime scene flat with the MP's body cut into multiple pieces and stuffed into a trolley bag. All of which was caught on a CCTV footage. Republic has accessed this clincher tape. Police officials are on the hunt for the two absconding accused. Meanwhile, a West Bengal CID team arrived in Dhaka to interrogate the three arrested people arrested by the Bangladesh Detective Branch. Upon questioning the accused, it was discovered that the mastermind fled to Nepal earlier this week. The mastermind, Akhtar Razuma, had paid the accused Amrullah 5 crore rupees for the murder deal. Amrullah had given 2 crore rupees to Jihad Havladar, the butcher who carried out the murder. The police are hunting for the 2 others who helped him. Based on this, another CID team is in Krishna Mati village of Bengal's Bhangur with the accused butcher to look for the body parts of the Bangladesh MP. The grisly and gory murder has once again raised questions of threats from illegal immigrants on Indian soil.
Joining us on This Is Exclusive tonight is Mr. A.K. Abdul Momen, who's from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Chairman of the Parliamentary Standing Committee. Mr. Momen, as part of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, a question that I need to ask you is about the role here, the role of a Bangladeshi infiltrator, one. Secondly, a Bangladeshi-born American citizen who happens to be the mastermind. Questions are now going to be raised about the very fact, the danger of the infiltrators here.
Thank you for your question. As I understand, the police is taking care of it. Both Bangladesh police and Indian police and the investigators working on very diligently. And the good news is by now, they have apprehended most of the suspected murderers. This Bangladeshi member of parliament, as I understand, was visiting India for medical treatment. And some other Bangladeshi also visited India prior to that, and they planned to kill that member of parliament for personal business-related things, nothing to do with the state issues. This is a singular event, and we are worried about it. But we are thankful to both the government, Bangladesh government and the Indian government. They're working very hard. As you said, there is another Bangladeshi expatriate who happened to be a U.S. citizen, said to be the mastermind. These are the stories coming out. But eventually, I have a belief that our police force are very efficient and effective. They will find out the real things and deliver the justice, But the sad thing is, a member of parliament is mercilessly murdered, apparently by some Bangladeshi nationals in Calcutta. They has picked up Calcutta for the murder. This is so sad. But this incident.
But that's also a reality, Mr. Momen, that this is also an indication of the fact that you have gangs that are basically operating, infiltrators, Bangladeshi infiltrators who are basically operating in India, part of a larger gang. That's a major cause of concern.
I don't agree with you that these are infiltrators. I believe they must have got visa. They are visitors possibly to India, and now, as I understand, they have been visiting India now and then. So not actually not illegal guys who went there. They were regular guys who visited India, and they checked up this plot to kill an honorable member of parliament in the Indian city of Calcutta. That's very sad. And these are some personal vendetta, I think, and some business-related issues possibly.
One final question, Mr. Momen, that I would like to take from you is, as part of the Foreign Ministry, you would have also been provided information as to what really happened. Some reports from Bangladesh suggesting that there is an illegal gold smuggling link that has emerged, and that is the reason why this killing took place. But what more can you tell us?
I don't know much about it. Neither he is a member of parliament, but I don't know him personally. The stories that are coming up that he might be linked to some illegal business, but I don't know until the police come up with the real story. So we're still waiting. It's in the process. And once both Bangladeshi and Indian investigators will make their final report, we will look into it. But the good thing, as I said, the police force of both the countries are working very hard. And I must thank both the police, Indian police as well as Bangladesh police, because by now they have apprehended most of the suspects.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Abdul Momen, for joining us on this broadcast, a story that will be tracking very closely. In fact, on This Is Exclusive, as we brought to you tonight about the lacuna in the investigation that has been carried out by the Pune police. And there are several other unanswered questions. The question that still remains, is the Pune police really working for the people or only for those who are rich and trying to protect them? Is there an operation cover-up that is underway?
Powered by Vimal, Polo Zuban Kesari. Co-powered by Simpolo, Tile Hoto Simpolo.
The Republic Business Emerging Technology Awards is coming up soon, and here are your reasons for participating in the mega event. First, an opportunity for a massive exposure on the Republic Digital Network. Second, authentic insights into your business from decision